They have been at it for some time. I'd like to listen to you. I don't know, John, if you can also keep it short. We are trying to have this last session finalized, and our guest of honor is on the way. Yes, please.
Thank you very much, Honorable Classo. The Interreligious Council of Uganda has taken on a number of initiatives in respect to peaceful elections. In June this year, the Interreligious Council of Uganda launched a mobilization strategy for free, fair, and credible elections. And the initiative aims at promoting peace, unity, and tolerance as we approach 2026. And of course, we continue to associate with every initiative aimed at promoting peaceful electoral processes in 2026. In respect to some of the engagements that we have undertaken, first of all, following this launch for the National Mobilization for Peaceful Elections, the IRCU issued a pastoral letter. And what this pastoral letter does is that the pastoral letter is read in our structures, calling upon people to commit to peace, but also to become advocates for peace in their spaces. Secondly, we are engaged in high-level advocacy, but also high-level dialogue with a number of stakeholders to ensure that they commit to promoting peace, but also they support the agenda for peace. And of course, we've had a number of engagements with the National Consultative Forum. We've been able to reach out. We had a meeting last week with the leadership at the Uganda Police Force. We've had a number of engagements with the leadership of the Electoral Commission. We've also reached out to foreign missions and embassies so that they are able to support the strategy for peaceful elections. Because as you are aware, this is a concerted effort. It's not a one-person's thing. It is for all of us to fight for peace, but also to become ambassadors of peace. We've reached out to the EU, the British High Commission, the South Korean Embassy, the US Embassy. We had a meeting with the ambassador. We've reached out to the Embassy of Netherlands. We are also engaged in shuttle diplomacy. The problem is that most of our work is not done in public because ideally we are religious leaders. And we are supposed to promote a lot of dialogue, sometimes in private, and you're not able to see. Though sometimes people say religious leaders are so quiet and their silence is so loud. I think that is not true. We have been at it. We've spoken. We've raised our voices in respect to issues concerning human rights violations. Even that issue of Dr. Kizza Besigye